Good morning, children. In this video, we are going to cover Article of Association and Prospectus. So, what do you mean by Article of Association? Now, Article of Association is basically, you can say, subsidiary of Memorandum of Association. It contains rules and regulations. Rules and regulations related to what? Related to the internal management of the company. It also defines the powers, duties, rights of the management and also how they will carry out their business. Is it clear? So, if they want to make any internal changes from time to time, they should all mention it in their article of association. The article of association must be printed. It should be divided into paragraphs, not in a single paragraph. It should mention each and everything. It should be divided into paragraphs, numbered, and as well as signed by each signatory to the memorandum in the presence at least one attesting witness. Means each and every people who have signed memorandum should also sign this article of association. Now, if a public company is limited by shares, they can make their own article of association or they can adapt table A of the Companies Act. If the company it is limited by guarantee, then they can adapt table C. If it has unlimited, you can say liability company, they can adapt table E. And even if the company is limited by guarantee, they may adapt table D. Is it clear? So, there are different tables which can be adapted by different companies. Now, what are the contents of the articles of association? There are different, you can say, contents or rules and regulations with regard to following matters. Means calls on shares, lieu on shares, transfer and transmission of shares, forfeiture, reissue and surrender of shares. You have to learn any 4 to 5. No need to learn each and everything. In the article of association, it should be mentioned the number of shares, allotment of shares, share certificate, meetings, voting rights, dividends, accounts, audit, seal, procedure of winding up. Each and everything is to be mentioned in this article of association. At least learn 5 contents of this article of association. Is it clear? Now, distinction between memorandum and article of association. Please do it from your book. The difference has been given in the form of table. Please follow that. Next is prospectus. What do you mean by prospectus? The term prospectus under Companies Act says that any document, it is a document described or issued as a prospectus and includes a red herring prospectus or shelf prospectus. These are the two different types of prospectus, red herring prospectus and shelf prospectus. Okay. Now, what do you mean by prospectus exactly? A prospectus is any document which invites public to provide the fund to the company. Means the company is inviting public to give capital or to advance capital to the company in the form of shares and debentures. It is a very, very valuable and important document because it contains each and everything related to company. After seeing the prospectus only, like if we go to take admission in any of the colleges or any of the school, we look into its prospectus. We'll go through the prospectus and if we feel comfortable, we will take admission. So, in the same manner, company's prospectus is also, you can say, a blueprint of the entire working of the company. Now, according to that only, people decides whether to invest in the company or not. Is it clear? Now, the prospectus are duly signed by the directors of the company as well. Is it clear? Now, what are the contents of the prospectus? There are different things which are to be included in the prospectus. Name of the company, address of the registered office, nature of the business, objectives of the company, capital structure of the company, history of the company, its promoters, their background, management, location, underwriters, auditors, brokers, about the particulars about the objectives and terms of the present issues, date of opening and closing of subscription list. There are many things which are included in the prospectus. So you need to learn any 5 points out of it. Is it clear? And all the informations written in the prospectus should be accurate and correct. We have studied about two different types of prospectus. One is shelf prospectus and the other one is red herring prospectus. Shelf prospectus is a prospectus in respect of which the securities or the class of securities included therein are issued for subscription in one or more issues over a certain period without the issue of the further prospectus. Means jitna bhi subscription hota hai, that is mentioned in that prospectus, in that shelf prospectus. Next is your red herring prospectus. It is the prospectus which does not contain complete details about the price and the quantities of the securities included. It only mentions the amount of the capital raised. It does not mention the price of the shares or quantity of the shares, price of the debentures, quantity of the debentures, etc. But in shelf prospectus, each and every minute details are being mentioned there. Is it clear? Next is statement in lieu of prospectus. Statement of lieu in prospectus should be in the form set out in the part 1 of schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. The content of this statement are more or less similar to the content of the prospectus only. The statement must not contain any misleading statement. Means whatever they are writing, it should be accurate. A private company is not required to either file a prospectus or a statement in lieu of prospectus with the registrar of the company, but a public company must follow prospectus as well as the statement in lieu of prospectus also. Now, any they have to feel like any alteration, registration, liability, untrue statement can be claimed under Companies Act. So this is your statement in lieu of prospectus. So that's all for today. With this we have completed our chapter. In our next video we'll start with our next chapter, that is your another one, that is public enterprises, private utilities and public-private partnership. That's all for today. Hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.